And the little subheading under Mr. Decimals are rounding to the whole number. Rounding to whole numbers. The basic gist of this is, let's see what they ask. Like they say, round 7.6. Round 7.6 to the nearest whole number. And I suppose you must know what a whole number is before you can round it to one of those. What's a whole number? When we talk about whole numbers, what are they, Bryce?
Like 1.
Yeah. Their whole numbers have no fractions, no decimals. Fraction, no decimals. There are counting numbers or whatever they are here. So here's the deal. If you're looking at 7.6, and you don't need to draw a line every time, but this is just hopefully to give you a visualization here. Is 7.6 closer to the whole number 7, or is it closer to the whole number 8? And if you think about, a line, this is 7 6/10. So we split between 7 and 8, we split it into 10 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 7.6 falls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those tenths away. That's your 6/10. Is 7.6 closer to 7, or is it closer to 8? In which case, Carter Westfall, that is?
8.
Yeah, closer to 8. Now, what about something that's really long? And I said round, 9.2348 to the nearest whole number. Okay. If you see something like that, please know that it is only the first digit after the decimal that makes any difference whatsoever. Decimals, as you get farther away from the decimal point, these numbers become smaller and smaller and smaller and mean really nothing. So when you're rounding to the nearest whole number, you can ignore every digit after the decimal and just look at the one in the tenths place, and that will be all you need to know. If that number in the tenths place is more than a 5 or 5 or more, then you're going to add 1 to that. If it's less than that 5, it's like having, whatever, $9.50 or $9.40, you are going to round it back down to whatever the next lowest one is. You never take 1 away from this. Your two choices on 9.2 are either 9 or 10. Okay, you don't take 1 away and say it's between 8 and add 1 to 10. It's always either that number by itself or that. And 9.2 is closer to what number? Is it closer to 9 or is it closer to 10, Brand?
9.
It is closer to 9. Let's see what else they do there. So they'll do stuff like this. Here's an example from today's assignment here. Let's see if I can move some of this here. Probably the reason they tell you to do this. Here's an example. Draw this little box here. I have this rectangular prism. Looks like this. And its dimensions are 9.8, 6.2, and 1.9. And my directions tell me to estimate the volume. Estimate the volume. And of course, if you saw this in your book, the first thing you do would be to sketch the picture. The second thing you would do is, Tyler?
Round decimal numbers to the nearest.
Well, the second thing I would probably do is write the formula for volume. What is our volume formula?
Length times width times height.
Yeah, length times width times height. Then I'd write down what those decimal numbers would round to, because you want to make it easy so you can estimate. 9.8 rounds to, Wade?
10.
10. 6.2, Evelyn, to?
6.
And 1.9, Faith, to?
2.
2. So it makes it real easy math. Volume equals 10 times 6 times 2. 10 times 6 is 60, 60 times 2 is 120, and volume is always measured in what? Cubic something. In this case, it's centimeters. So we write cubic centimeters like that. So there, we all got that problem correct.